I was talking to some white knight degenerate fanboys of Path of Exile, and we were talking more like ranting at each other in the beginning. Eventually, it was actually kind of interesting conversation, and we were talking about. Well, they were trying to explain to me quite loudly at first how Battle Exile is the greatest game in the world, is the best action RPG, has the most skills, and I actually agree on that part 100%. I will never say the Battle Exile does not have the most. It has so many cool skills. There's thousands of items, and there's all kind of great animation. The skills are really well nice done. And then they told me that the Patrick Zah has the most build and build diversity, and that's when I was just like, okay, now that is just an absolute lie. That is a blatant lie ever. And Patrick Zah 100% does have the most skills, but it does not have the most build diversity because the way Path of Exile works is that it's all about money for them, right? So and when you're making skins that cost 90, $80, you want your player base to buy those skins, right? So what Path of Exile devs or it's games similar to Path of Exile, what they do is that they would make two or three skills really really good and make skins for those skills, and because majority of the player base uses those skills, they will eventually buy skins for them. And I can prove this to you, like I explained it to them. You go on any kind of Path of Exile build, like POE Ninja or anything, and you will see that there's like out of thousands and thousands of different cool amazing skills that the game has, only like, oh no, I must only like three or four I used, right? Every other, oh, run for it, I should really get some kind of a specialization there before I got here, but I was ranting too much. Anyways, back to it. Only out of all the skills, only like one or two I use, right? The rest skills are absolutely not used. Out of like hundreds and hundreds and thousands of different armor sets, only like three or four used. Out of like thousands of different cool jewels and all kinds of stuff, only like three or four are used by everybody. Out of like hundreds of shields and armor and swords, only like 10 are used. Obviously, I'm exaggerating here, but my point was that every single item and shield in the game is such a bad, just trash compared to the few shields that developers want you to use because they happen to make skins for those particular items or whatever reason it is. So, and that's how it's always been, and that's how it's always will be. The game never has diversity build, right? It's all about them making money in the game, and it's not just Path of Exile. Every single game, like games that have that kind of that depends on like skins and stuff, or if they want to sell like ridiculously overpriced skins, they will make two items or five items that are really good, so they can sell skins on those items, like or builds or like ascendancy. It doesn't really matter what it is. Like in this game, right now, well, granted, this is a mod, but let's say there was no mod. I can take any of the skills and I can enjoy myself with any of the skills and I can build around them. I can grab weapons, I can do whatever I can, but I can take them to the end game and have fun and it will be enjoyable. I would not be like, oh no, the skill does not do something, because the way this game works is that they don't give a shit because they're not trying to sell you skins. They're not trying to do anything. They just want you to have a fun time and enjoy the game and the way the game down run. This game, by the way, called Grim Down. And but Path of Exile, they want to make money, and the way to make money is to sell insanely overpriced skins that they do. And how can I sell a skin? Well, I just make this particular skill so overpowered, and I just nerf every other skill in the game. So boom, and people will be using only that skill. And I again go back to it. We were talking about Patrick Zal, me and White Knights fanboys, which actually, by the end we were actually kind of having a kind of reasonable conversation. Anyways, we were talking about, and we went to POE Ninja and we look up, and there was like four or five skills that were used because I didn't really play this league. I did play last league in Patrick Exile because it was really fun. I enjoyed probably the most out of any league I ever played. It was a really really fun league. But in this league, I tried to play, and I think I died like five times in like a first zone. I give up right away. It wasn't for me, and that's another problem we were addressing actually in that conversation that we were having. I wish we would record the whole conversation actually, but those things happens in a spare moment. You don't really have time to record or anything. But that the developers of the game, they balance the game around like streamers, right? They don't give a shit about like a new players or whatever, and it makes sense because the streamers probably the ones that spend the most money in the game. Like they buy loot boxes. How many videos you see of people on the stream? Like, oh, I'm just doing this video for you guys, so you don't have to buy this 100,000 of loot boxes. I will open them for you guys. Look, I'm doing this for you. I'm not doing this for me. I'm not a gambling addict. But anyways, I'm sure you see a lot of those. But yeah, so the dev balanced the game around the streamers, and the streamers, I guess, really good. There's no doubt about it. Every single streamer you watch, I'm sure, is incredible at the game because they spend a lot of time. And for example, I am a casual player. There's like I would there's weeks go I cannot play because I will be working 5 days straight, which are like 12-hour shifts, and I won't even turn my computer on for 5 to 6 days. And then when I'm on my 5, 6 days off, I will be playing different kind of games. I will not be playing the same game, obviously, you know. Sometimes I will. Last league I did play a bunch of Path of Exile. I don't know how much, but it was a lot, and it was pretty fun. But yeah, but streamers, they would be playing non-stop, and hence it. I mean, from economical point of view, it makes sense. You know, you want to make more money and stuff. But again, back to the original point, because of all of those things, the game does not have a lot of diversity because the skills and everything is based on skins that they want to make, the money that they want to make. So the whole all of their games, skins, and I mean all of their skills and items and all of that stuff is literally based on the what kind of skills the developers want you to play. And that's all. It's always the developer just wants you to, in this game. Again, this is a modded version of that. It's called Down or Master, by the way, if anybody was wondering. But in this game, you can pick any of these characters, any of the skills, and you can have fun. Now in Path of Exile, no, the developer tells you, I want you to use Righteous Fire, and any other skills compared to the skills gonna be dog shit. I'm not picking on Righteous Fire. I'm a huge fan of Righteous Fire, but I'm just giving you an example. You know, like because we were looking up on POE Ninja, and that particular skill was used by like 20% of the player base, and the other one was like a lightning strike or some other skills, summoning. Skeletons, couple minion skills. But the point is, and then if you look at all the other hundreds of skills, they're absolutely zero. Nobody touches them, like because they're shit. There's nothing you can do. Obviously, some streamers will play some of those skills because they have invested hundreds and hundreds of thousands of exalt into the build. They can essentially swipe and pick any kind of skills and put it in their into their items, and they probably one shot anybody in the game because of how well they scale up their armor and all of their items, right, and all of their other items. But as a casual player, you will not have that, right? So hence you will not be able to have fun playing with that skills. Anyways, in the end, we actually come to kind of I mean, some of them were still saying it's not really true, they don't care about your money, which is that's a lie. They do care about your money, otherwise this game would not be balanced like that. The skills would not be balanced like that, the skins would not be expensive like that, there would not be things like stash tabs and all the other nonsense, which is straight pay to win. There will not be there will not be loot boxes in the game, which is a complete predatory kind of a behavior. But you know, whatever. I know they're biased towards the game, and it's fine. We all have that one game that we really want to defend, but at what cost? At what cost? The whole point of this conversation was that the game does not have build diversity, and we actually kind of somewhat agree on them. Uh, Unless you're a streamer. Unless you're not streamer, unless you're like a hardcore player. There we go. That's where we come to agreement. As a casual player, the game does not have a build diversity. As a hardcore player with thousands hours time, if you have spent to play, you have a build diversity because you can make any skill in the game powerful, obviously, you know. So yeah, it was just an interesting conversation we had. It was really heated at times in the beginning, especially. Man, it was insane. Yeah, I guess that's it for this video. I just want to rant a little bit just to explain that. Oh, I don't think I can do anything here. I think that guy's gonna kill me here. He definitely kill me here because I have not picked a class yet. I cannot kill him. There's like a giant right in there that will straight up murder me. I can't fight him right now. I gotta pick a class before I can go in there. But yeah, I just want to end this video at that, just to say Path of Exile does not have a build diversity because, hence, I already stated in this video why.